Day one of the Junior NBA Global Championship. Boys matchup right now coming your way. Canada and Asia Pacific about to tip off in a minute. And for Asia Pacific, this is the team's first game of the 2019 Junior NBA Global Championship. And if you were watching earlier, it's kind of the same boat that this team is in. Half a dozen countries to deal with and all these personalities. They've only had a couple of practices together, but the plus side, head coach Craig Stratford is back. He returns from last year's team that made it to the second round of the international knockout brackets, but before ultimately losing to, the team across the bench, Team Canada. And for Team Canada, the club team Nike Bounce, as they are known up in Toronto, have some great players in number 22 in black you're going to be hearing about, not just today, not just this week, but you might be hearing about him for a long time, because Jalik Dunkley, he likes to throw it down, and that is not just a play on words. Hours ago, on the court right behind us here at the Wide World of Sports Complex here at the Walt Disney World Resort, he threw down a dunk, and his coach, Nathan Teague, was just saying a couple of minutes ago, he does 3 or 4 things every single game that your eyes just go wide and say, oh my goodness. And that is the style of play he brings, that this Canada team brings. And a lot of people just around here, they've been murmuring the last couple of days saying that Team Canada is definitely a team to watch. Well, after a 70-44 win over Team Mexico a couple hours ago, they're ready to do battle with Team Asia Pacific. Jumping to the center circle, another player to watch, Jovan Milicevic. And for Team Asia Pacific, they like to call him Kobe. His name, Gabriel Demisana. And Team Canada in black, Asia Pacific in whites. Canadians come away with the tip, and immediately Milicevic lets the 3 fly, rattles in and out. Tip back, Remi Tissington misses the layup. Still a battle, and Asia Pacific comes away with it. Fast break opportunity for Ishin Nato. Pass nearly intercepted. Too many black jerseys behind the ball, but layup does not fall. Foul is called, though. Couldn't hear the whistle at first. And Dante Nance, the New Zealand product, inbounds the ball, now gets it on the block. Working against Tissington, draws the foul. And he'll head to the free throw line. Representing Team Asia Pacific, we have Indonesia, New Zealand, Japan, Malaysia, the Philippines, Australia, Thailand, and Singapore. And Coach Stratford mentioned that he coached last year. Well, last year the team he coached was just a lot of kids from Melbourne. And now he's dealing with all these countries coming together, so it is very different for him as well, although he's been in this setting. And there you go. Jalik Dunkley gets that, and with a smooth finish, makes it look a lot easier than it really is. Inside, lefty runner doesn't go. Milicevic pulls down the rebounds. Loses the handle, though, after it's tipped away. Nato gets denied. Layup on the other end. Tapped out of bounds. And already on full display, Jalik Dunkley. Do not come in my house. Before play starts up, official calls time. Oh man, watch your head. His coach called him an athletic freak. Not a bad way. But you can see already on display for man who coached Andrew Wiggins and has been in the Nike Bounce program for a decade. Coach Nathan Teague knows what he's talking about when this Nike Bounce program has almost a dozen alumni in the NBA right now. Ball inbounded. Joshua Dent. This is the open jumper. And here comes a fast break. Dunkley feeds it up ahead. Runner from Ashton McQuaig, no good. Asia Pacific playing fast right now, still looking for its first bucket though. Just trying to take care of the basketball. Zane Vernon over to Tissington. His three-pointer up. No good, but rebounded by McQuaig, the smallest guy on the floor. Entry pass taken away. Lionel Rubico, up and under move. Hits the bottom of the rim, but he'll be onto the free throw line. That is Dante Nance. Picking himself up after taking a tough fall on the pass from Rubico. And not even 2 minutes into the game, Coach Teague wants to talk things over with his team up 2-1. Both teams returning to the floor after the Canada timeout. Free throws coming for Asia Pacific. This team, you look at them, not a ton of size. But they've been getting up and down the floor. Trying to beat Canada at their own game. Now it's Dante Nance. His cousins Ty and Corey Webster play pro basketball. He's that upper hand in terms of if you have family that's playing at an elite level, well, helps to have the genes, but the work ethic and what it takes to make it there is something else. And 2 free throws gives Asia Pacific the 3-2 lead. On the hands of Jalik Dunkley. Full head of steam. What a first step that is. Foul goes against Joshua Dent, the Australian. Nance gets the tip, and a backcourt violation is called right off the inbound. That's one of the rules, unless it's at the start of a quarter. Or in the last 2 minutes, you can't throw in the backcourt. One of the adjusted FIBA rules the Junior NBA has implemented into this tournament. Asia Pacific still looking for its first bucket. Runner no good. Rebounded Ashton McQuaig. Just had a shot clock malfunction. McQuaig, 17 points on 6 of 8 shooting. And a 26-point win over Team Mexico earlier this afternoon. Coach Teague was saying all of his players belong here and they all step up in certain spots. Milicevic finds a cutting Dunkley, doesn't throw it down, just goes for the modest lay-in. Quick touch passes, helps Canada retake the lead 3 minutes in. Into the corner for Dent. Passes out of trouble, the floater on its way. Gets the friendly roll off the rim for Lionel Rubico. Filipino jogging back on defense. Milicevic, shot blocked. Nance the rebound, he's been active early in the first quarter. Over to Dent, and before he put it on the floor, he shuffled his feet. Turnover gives it back to Canada. The Canadians make a sub. Tanaye Gorima That's a good part, too, for Team Canada. With 3 games in 2 days, when you go up by 20 at halftime, it helps rest some of those players you'd hope to be playing on Saturday and Sunday in a potential championship game. Tissington dials up from deep and connects. Ice in his veins already. 7-5 Canada. Dent's turn with the response. Dunkley slips but keeps his dribble. Onto the block for Milicevic. Fouled by Gabriel Demisana, the one they like to call Kobe. Might have to trade jerseys with Dent after this one and start wearing the 24. In the meantime, Milicevic comes to the line as Asia Pacific makes a couple of subs. Just the first foul on Kobe. Milicevic, the one they call Jay Smooth. So smooth in the post, and definitely coach was saying that now that he's starting to grow a little bit more vertically and just his skills handling the basketball and shooting, that he has a big opportunity to make a nice career. Nance, wraparound pass, nearly stolen away. Nice hesitation move. Asia Pacific gets the basket. Tissington, another 3, short. All alone, gets his own rebound. Blocked by Dent. Dunkley nearly denied again, but there was a foul underneath. And Iman Jamil charged with the foul. Otherwise, it would have been consecutive blocks for Joshua Dent. Jovan Milicevic comes out, and his brother Uros Milicevic. The twins playing for Coach Teague. And Team Asia Pacific and some other teams going to be seeing double against Team Canada. 2 sets of twins on the roster, and even Ashton McQuaig has a twin sister. Dunkley's free throw ties it up at 10. Nance. Halfway down and out. Tissington, jab step, finds some space, hits another jumper. He had a modest 10 in game 1, but you can tell that shooting stroke. He makes 2 or 3, you're gonna see him pulling up from Steph Curry range. Dent didn't see anybody to pass to, so he took care of it himself. He has 5. The floater missed by Tanaye Gorima. The sub coming in for Ashton McQuaig. Jovan Milicevic back in after a quick water break. And the Australian nearly throws it away. And now it's taken away. Milicevic got tangled up with a couple of white jerseys. It'll stay here, though. Dunkley's pass tipped away by Dent. Had a couple of pretty shots on offense, but Dent is really making it tough for these Canadian athletes to get to the rim and finish. officials time for a moment while they have some shoelaces undone. 12-12 our score. Asia Pacific, first game of pool play. And right before Milicevic could finish the layup off the inbound, his twin brother Euros commits an offensive foul. It's his first and Team Canada's fourth, so the next foul, Asia Pacific heading to the free throw line, the 5-foul bonus. We're going to call another foul on Euros Milicevic. That's 5 team fouls. Day one of the tournament, it takes some getting used to these rules. Officials not always thinking of what's in the bonus or how it differs from some of the leagues they normally officiate. That's why for this tournament, new G League refs are here, getting their feet wet in the NBA family. 8 international referees are also here, 1 representing each region. Even the fact that the NBA is using 3 officials per game to get that real legitimate feel like you would in any other game that this league handles. They're not going to cut corners on anything. Why start now? Asia Pacific leads by 1. Subs come into the game. Milicevic, twin connection, finds his brother. Loose ball out of bounds. And it's going to be Asia Pacific ball. (13-12). Both these teams still trying to find some rhythm here. Drive to the basket and a foul is called. It was before the shot, but still 2 more free throws coming. Iman Jamil from Malaysia at the line, shooting 2. Another one of the boys who's a big fan of Kyrie Irving. Goes 1 of 2 from the line. Team Canada, after a resounding win earlier in the noon game, having some trouble. Jamil misses the fast break layup. McQuaig does his best to save it, but his attempt rolls out of bounds. Lands out of bounds. Off the inbound, a travel. And Sebastian Reyes. There's pressure getting to Team Canada early on. Didn't face much resistance in the first half against Mexico. Built an early lead and cruised to that nice win. And here we are, 90 seconds left in the first quarter. Aside from a couple of highlight reel plays in the first few minutes, Asia Pacific has caused a lot of problems on this end of the floor for Canada. Looking inside, Thomas Campbell misses it, but it's cleaned up. And with 5 for Asia Pacific. Right down the lane. Little resistance, some late help coming. And more free throws. Jason 10. Asia Pacific, like we talked about earlier with the girls team. Well, this boys team, it's the same thing. These 10 athletes here representing the Asia Pacific region, so many countries. Such a large area. This is the first time they've been with each other since they were selected at the camp in Indonesia in June. After a couple of days of practice and doing some team events and activities together, looking quite comfortable. Nance feeds it off. Gets it right back, deep three. Nearly misses everything. Shot clock did not reset. Nance attacks the basket this time. He can't get it. Shot clock turned off. Lays up the head off the hands of Janai Dunkley, but last off a white jersey, so it stays here with 22. Milicevic sets up the offense, bounce pass to his twin brother. Nearly stolen away. Zane Vernon, floater inside, falls, and Canada retakes the lead. Clock did not stop, 2 seconds left. Nance's heave at the buzzer off the backboard. And after 8 minutes, both these teams still feeling the court out, trying to get a pace of play together. But it's Team Canada in a tightly contested battle, leading by 2. Here, Team Canada leading by a bucket after some tough times on offense thanks to Asia Pacific's defense. But even in this event where there's so many different teams that we're seeing, so many different athletes representing 75 countries, it's incredible that this tournament schedule is designed to maximize those opportunities to spend time with players off the court, not just play against them for 32 minutes, shake hands and say good luck to you. Right off the bat, a foul is drawn. Lionel Rubico from the Philippines going to the free throw line, and that's what we were talking about with the Asia Pacific boys and girls team. It's got to be tough where you go to a camp a couple months ago in Indonesia, and then, okay, 2-3 months later, here you are back with each other practicing, and you can't really speak to each other, but that's what it is. They try to find that common ground, whether it's playing 2K, whether it's playing ping pong, whether it's eating meals and teaching each other part of their language. At Junior NBA on Twitter has done a great job going behind the scenes and really giving anybody an all-access look to how these teams interact with each other, not just the international teams, but also the boys and girls teams from the U.S. and international, however. Canada lost a man on that possession, and Rubico, after the missed free throw, turns it into more points. 3-point possession there. Milicevic loses the dribble off his foot and out of bounds. That's what the NBA and junior NBA organizers have done to make this event as inclusive as possible. Make sure they're going to speaking engagements and learning more about not just the stuff on the court, because just about every player wants to play professionally. But it's all about the other things too. As Dante Nance blows by his defender to the basket, it's a 3-point lead, 50 seconds into the second quarter. After 5 straight. That was great. There were dance battles going on. There were way too many players in the players' lounge, but even going to speaking sessions, like just mentioned, Grant Hill was talking about the powers of social media just yesterday. And it's great because all these players have a chance to shake hands with, talk for a moment, take a picture maybe. What really is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Remi Tissington has 5 points, can't make it 7. Dante Nance calling for the screen. Baseline drive up ahead. Up top, open 3. Great ball movement, but not rewarded on that possession. Tikon Oat, as they like to call him. Milicevic open. Misses the mark and battling for the rebound on the sideline. It goes off the foot of Rubico. Dunkley cross Nance instead, up for Tissington. His deep 3 no good. Once again gets his own rebound. Now Vernon's turn, off the heel. And after Dunkley had it in his hands, it's taken away. And the breakout, but a missed layup. Tissington looking for the cutter. Nance with the lay-in, and nearly blocked by Dunkley. And avoiding injury as well as he got up there. Tissington gets his dribble poked away. 7 straight for Asia Pacific since the start of the second quarter. 21-16 our score. All inbounded, and thanks to the pressure defense, it's been suffocating. Thomas Campbell loses it out of bounds. Uros Milicevic. Back into the game for Team Canada. Loose ball on the floor. Nance has it in his hands once again. Beautiful bounce pass on the baseline, but no assist this time either. Tissington up ahead for Milicevic. Almost too easy. The lost man gives Canada its first points of the quarter. Dunkley anticipates the pass, but can't get it with 2 hands. Nice no-look pass to Nance. Count that baby in a foul. That's a man's finish right there. Dante Nance heading to the line, looking to convert the 3-point play. Up to 11 points now here in the first half. Subs come in, we take a moment. 3 minutes into the second quarter. Missed free throw. Keeps the lead at 5. Uros Milicevic waiting for the defender to fly by, but Joshua Dent got a piece of it. Long heave down the floor and out of bounds. Jovan Milicevic staying in the game with 2 fouls. Has to have a quick conversation with his coach that he's not going to get 3 by halftime. Zane Vernon to Jalik Dunkley. Ilchevich pops the three. Dunkley the offensive rebound and puts it back for 2 more. And an illegal screen called on Asia Pacific. Dunkley's been quiet after a couple of big highlights in the opening minutes. Offensive rebound and put back. See if that can get him and his team going. Ilchevich loses the ball. Burning crossover, leaves it for Tissington. Fires up another three, and he hits his second. He's up to 8, and on the other end, quick drive to the basket, Rubico. Asia Pacific regains the lead. Past the midway point. Vernon to Dunkley. Nance grabs it before it goes out of bounds. Baseline drive, corner for Dent. That rebound off the leg of Dunkley, and it results in 2 more points for Asia Pacific. The pass from Dent underneath to Rubico. Heads up play to stay around the rim. Dunkley's Euro step blocked. And a foul called underneath going against Team Canada. And a mandatory timeout is called with 2:49 left in the half. Asia Pacific just weathered the storm. They're up by 4, looking to go up by more when we Asia Pacific with the basketball, leading by 4 points against the Nike Bounce Boys from Team Canada. Mentioned some of the alumni, including Andrew Wiggins, Jamal Murray, who just signed a big-time extension with the Denver Nuggets, but also Tristan Thompson, Dylan Brooks, former #1 pick Anthony Bennett, and Tyler Ennis. Joshua Dent turns, hits the front of the rim, but another offensive rebound. Asia Pacific has really been after it on the boards here in the first half. The ball stolen by Jalik Dunkley. Tissington, he's already hit 2, make it 3. Canada trails by 1. Dent feeds it over to the wing. Step back 3 off the top of the backboard. Ball rebounded by Tanaye Gorima. Ilchevich, run of the lane, and Dunkley couldn't get it either. Nance pops the 3 off the mark. This Asia Pacific defense has really grounded Team Canada. Kept those good looks at the rim to a minimum. Reason why they have a 1-point lead. Milicevic slipping through the white jerseys. And a rare open opportunity by the basket. Clock went out for just a moment with Canada retaking the lead. Going left when everybody was going right. Robico couldn't finish the layup. Tissington wide open. Now up ahead, fast break opportunity. Great pass. Better finish by Sebastian Reyes. Back and forth we go. 50 seconds left until halftime. Milicevic. Dunkley up for Tissington. Remi looking for a screen with 7 on the shot clock. Now it's Tissington. Dunkley has to hoist it up. Nance one-on-one with Tissington. Gets the tough finish. Through the contact and helps Asia Pacific build a 3-point lead. 10 seconds left. Tissington for the tie. Yes, sir! A flamethrower in the first half. And after 16 minutes, we are tied. Thanks in large part to Remi. Tissington's 4 3-pointers, already surpassing his total from game 1. We have another good one in store for you. It's been great all day so far. What do we have in store? We'll tell you when we come back in just 5 minutes for the start of the second half between Asia Pacific and Canada. 16 to go here in international boys pool play. Team Canada and Team Asia Pacific trading blows at certain points in the first half. And after all that, tied up at 31, just moments away from going into the second half. Fans, if you're enjoying the amazing action from the Junior NBA Global Championship and want to be a part of it next year, go to juniornba.com/global championship to sign up for the latest news and information and be the first to learn how to register for 2020. Sign up today. A fun first half that featured a couple of breakout players. And for Team Asia Pacific, it was Dante Nance getting to the basket with ease, hit a three-pointer himself. 9 points to lead the way, 11 I should say, and also a couple of rebounds and just keeping some of these Canadian players grounded, which is what this team loves to do. Get up, run, and dunk, or at least hit a couple of threes, and it was really difficult for Canada to find an offensive rhythm. Well, here we are after a quick 5-minute break. Canada set to inbound into the backcourt. Jovan Milicevic gets past his defender over to Ashton McQuaig. His three short. Remi Tissington, who had 4 3-pointers in the first half, hauls in the offensive rebounds. Fresh shot clock and a fresh set for Team Canada. Dunkley to McQuaig. And on his second step was bumped by Joshua Dent. The first foul of the third quarter. Second foul on Dent, who's also been tasked with going up against these really quick athletic guards for Team Canada. Milicevic, step back, sinks it. Even with 3 fouls, Milicevic going to be taking it as Dent gets by his defender but pulls back. Now Milicevic picking the pocket of Dent, but dribbles it off his left foot and out of bounds. Quick pull-up three from Asia Pacific, and it goes down for Aishan Nato. In the first few minutes of the first half. He's on the bench for most of the seconds. Milicevic, too strong and Dent active here in the first minute and a half of the third quarter. Dent right to the basket with ease and finishing with the left hand. Asia Pacific leads by 3. First game this team has played with each other. They have 2 more tomorrow in pool play as Dunkley gets it swiped away. The NATO lost the handle on it, and it rolls out of bounds. But still, you could see Coach Craig Stratford very encouraging with this team, loving the efforts and intensity they are bringing defensively. And a steal off the inbound. Brian Leonard counted and a foul. Another and one for Asia Pacific. 7 straight. Looking to make it 8 at the free throw line. Brian Leonard from Indonesia. Converts the 3-point play. It is now a 6-point lead, 2 minutes into the second half. The Nike Bounce boys from Team Canada trying to find that same energy Asia Pacific is playing with. Tissington, he's up to 17 points now. keeping his team in the game. That foul goes against Jovan Milicevic, and that is his 4th personal foul. 39-36, Asia Pacific leads. And Coach T calls timeout for Team Canada. A lot to talk about and a lot to adjust with one of his better players sitting with 4 fouls early in the second half. Group after the 4th foul on one of its starters. Jovan Milicevic, 13.6 rebounds in game 1 against Team Mexico. A game in which Canada cruised to victory 70-44. Say what you want about the fresh legs, but Asia Pacific, team made up of 8 countries. These young men are certainly playing with a lot of intensity, although the ball thrown away. Jalik Dunkley right to the basket. And that is the 3rd foul on Joshua Dent. Thought Dunkley might have seen that lane as a landing strip. Take off for the dunk. Did that earlier today on the court right behind us here at the Wide World of Sports. Righty's first free throw short. Gets the second to bring Canada within 2. Nice move from Asia Pacific to keep it on the floor and avoid the travel, but it's just a turnover seconds later. Tossed up ahead, Uros Milicevic. Short on the short corner. Dent wants it with Tissington defending. Pull up 3 this time, too strong. Second chance, swiped away. And Canada looking to find a black jersey to distribute to. Out of bounds before leaping into the air. All inbounded to Dent. Works his way around, fires it up. Strong defense from Canada to not foul. McQuaig. Dunkley into Milicevic with a right hand, misses everything. Subs coming in for Asia Pacific. Coach Stratford working with what he has, and the Australian on the sideline. Making some good combinations right now that he'll probably use later this week. The foul is on Uros Milicevic. It's his 3rd. His twin brother, Jovan, has 4. Nato flings it just shy of midcourt. Ball is loose. Numbers. Dante Nance. McQuaig through the lane. And Nance making a heads-up play. Throws it off the top of the backboard. That one had a chance to go in. Dante Nance's coach for the time being, Craig Stratford, telling him, always throw it to your end, not towards the opponent's basket. Tissington to McQuaid, thinks about the three, opts out. Now back to Tissington. He doesn't hesitate. Why would he? And Tissington up the floor commits the foul with the bump on Nance. Right when Canada takes the lead, Asia Pacific has found something throughout this game to spark a little run, at least find a way to stay in it, because Canada, with those three-pointers, thanks to Tissington, who's up to 20 points. But right on cue, Asian Nato. The runner seesaws this game back and forth. Dunkley loses it. No travel called. They say it's clean. Couple of big steps from Nato, but it's a three-point lead for Asia Pacific. Inside. Couple of chances. Dunkley, finally. And now Asia Pacific wants to run. Nance misses the contested layup. Dunkley was right there. Nato again. Tissington in the corner, puts it on the deck, and finishes the layup. Oh, he's not a one-dimensional player. He's bringing it in the scoring column today. Out of control, Asia Pacific loses it. Lionel Rubico, we've seen make several smart plays tonight. And in a little bit of a hurry there, but right now it's 10 in black that the white jerseys are trying to defend. Zane Vernon checks out. And Tanaye Gorima back into the game for Team Canada. Hesitation, floater with the right hand. Not rewarded for the nice move. And how about underneath? Sebastian Reyes having to shrug off some black jerseys. Out to Nance. Now it's Dunkley to Remington. With contact, but Dent went straight up. 2-on-1 break. And how about the hands of Dunkley using all of that wingspan to get his fingertips on that and keep Canada in front by 1. Thomas Campbell replacing Uros Milicevic. Dent inbounds to Nance. Through the center of the lane. Couldn't draw the foul. Now it's loose. Tips it back out to Dent. A little pump fake worked. And Asia Pacific is in front, 45-44. A minute and a half to play in the third quarter. These two have been trading blows all game. Gorima stops, waits for the defenders to fly by. And Canada in front once again. But the Canadians napping, and Asia Pacific takes advantage. Jason Tan. And nearly a steal for Tan at midcourt. Boy, do we have a fun 9 minutes in store here. It's been like this most of the day here at day 1 of the Junior NBA Global Championship. McQuaig, step back three. No good. Tissington couldn't tip it to a teammate. on the other end. They're gonna count it. Layup goes plus the foul. Sebastian Reyes heading to the line with 1 free throw, and his team now leading by 3. What a turn of events. The and one instead of the charge. Looked like the officials paused for half a second before making that call. Free throw pops out. Gorima, corner 3, short. And a loose ball foul called on Team Canada. And with 5 team fouls already in the quarter, that's 2 free throws coming. Thomas Campbell charged with the foul. And with 46.5 seconds left on the clock in the 3rd quarter, Joshua Dent has a chance to extend his team's lead. His first free throw of the night is good, and Asia Pacific now 8 of 16 from the charity stripe we saw earlier. Free throws matter at the ends of these games. Once again, coming up 1 of 2. Ball tipped out, but it stays with Team Canada. Jalik Dunkley checking out in favor of his twin, Janai Dunkley. Full court pressure from Asia Pacific. Uros Milicevic. Canada decides not to go for the 2-for-1. 10 on the shot clock. Gorima, bump by Dent. And a foul is called with 3 seconds on the shot clock. It didn't look like much of an avenue. Gorima took advantage of it. He's turning it into 2 free throws with 19.7 seconds. First free throw off the mark. Team Canada, that's just the 7th free throw they've attempted tonight. Asia Pacific has been very active and swarming the ball. Not settling for threes, but attacking as much as they can. Nance blows by 2 black jerseys. Up ahead. His teammate Oates couldn't hold on to it. So only a couple of seconds came off the clock. And it's going to be Canada ball with 14. McQuaig loses his footing and turns it over. So right back to Asia Pacific with 7 seconds. Up ahead for Dent. His pass towards the basket. No acrobatic finish here. Everybody converging at mid-court, and that is the end of 3. Asia Pacific in front by 3 points after we were tied at the half. 8 more minutes left in this one to close it out. Should be an exciting finish here in just a couple of moments. The fourth quarter between Asia Pacific and Canada. We've singled out a couple of players, but Joshua Dent right now, an all-around fantastic performance. The Australian, 10 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, a couple of blocks. He has done everything on both ends. And some of his heads-up playmaking ability is the reason why Asia Pacific leads by 3 as we start the fourth quarter here on day 1 of the Junior NBA Global Championship. Canada looking to improve to 2-0, but there's Dent open, misses the 3. Ball loose, tapped around, and put back up and in by Dante Nance. After being held scoreless for the entire third quarter, he builds the lead to 5, just 30 seconds into the fourth. Tissington, step back off the front of the rim. Right to the basket, but defended well. Lionel Rubico. Gorima the other way, too strong off glass. And a foul pursuing the rebound, going against Janai Dunkley. Zane Vernon waiting to check in for Team Canada. Ball nearly thrown away. Kobe got it just in time. Nance in some trouble, works through it, right to the basket and in. Kobe with the cut and the lay-in, and it's a 7-point Asia Pacific lead. Milicevic. An illegal screen called on Kobe. And 3 subs coming into the game, all starters for Team Canada. Zane Vernon, Jalik Dunkley, and Jovan Milicevic. Milicevic coming back into the game as his twin brother takes a seat on the bench. After picking up his 4th foul early in the third quarter, he sat the last 8 minutes of game time. Vernon, crossover, kick out from McQuaig. Now to Dunkley. And Vernon draws the foul on Dent, who can't believe it. That's his 4th personal and already the 3rd team foul on Asia Pacific in the quarter. Vernon almost lost the handle before the whistle. Instead, it's to McQuaig in the corner. Rainbow 3. No good, but Dunkley grabs the board and puts it back again. Dunkley now has 12 points and 8 rebounds. The other way, a foul called. That's going against Remi Tissington. And Jason Tan going to the free throw line after wasting no more than 5 seconds on that possession. Free throws, the big story for these kids. Asia Pacific, 8 of 18. Milicevic. Now to Dunkley. And has to be careful with those 4 fouls. Tissington himself just picked up his 4th. Milicevic with the left hand. Crafty move from the forward. 3-point game after back-to-back buckets by Canada. Dent gets around Vernon. Into the corner, but losing the handle, Asia Pacific. Dante Nance, leading scorer for Asia Pacific, back into the ball game with his team up by 3. Vernon working against Jason Tan. Drives and his floater rejected. And a foul in the backcourt. And they're gonna put it on Remi Tissington. And that's his 5th foul. He's done. 22 points, 6 of 11 from 3. And Tissington has done what led to that. An absolute denial. Jason Tan, get out of my house. 3 team fouls on Canada in the quarter. 5:08 left in the game, and Canada's biggest threat is going to have to watch those last 5 minutes and change. McQuaig at midcourt. Called for the reach-in. Nothing else. Remember, they still got to play 3 pool play games, and then it's separated out into an international and U.S. bracket, kind of like you see in the Little League World Series. And those 8 teams will go down to an international championship and a U.S. championship. And the U.S. champion will play the international champion on Sunday here. Team Canada looking to improve to 2-0 today. In some trouble with less than 5 to play. Vernon with Jamil on his back. Draws the foul. Well, I beg your pardon, that is the 3rd team foul on Asia Pacific. Team Canada has 4 in the quarter. Joshua Dent with 4 fouls, checks back in. Looking to get it into Dunkley. Last deflected off of Nance. Bounce pass to Milicevic. Draws the foul. Reyes was leaning over just a little bit too much. And now with Tissington on the bench with his 22 points tonight. It's Jovan Milicevic still in 19 minutes of playing time. His 8 points, has grabbed 6 rebounds. Looking to help lead the comeback as he sinks the first. Two for 2 from the line. Canada now shooting 70% from the free throw line as a team. One-point game, Dunkley. Adam McQuaig, Nance trying to take advantage of the mismatch of size, but he dribbled it off his own foot on the baseline. Team Canada can take the lead right here as we near the midway point of the 4th. Both teams still with plenty of timeouts. Out to Uros Milicevic. No, the ball to Nance. Throws it up ahead. And Lionel Rubico heard footsteps behind him. Looked back and saw the defender and lost the handle. Asia Pacific now has 15 turnovers in the game. Vernon wants the ISO, drives inside, can't get the foul, second attempt. He earns it there. Lionel Rubico commits the foul. Sometimes with 2 other games going by in proximity, he confuses players as well sometimes. It's like any other AAU tournament or travel tournament they've played in. Sometimes have to second guess yourself. Nonetheless, Zane Vernon the Hamilton, Ontario native. Misses the first, but can still tie it with his second. Second free throw ties us up at 54. It's an extended 7-0 run for Team Canada. Dent, the whole defense collapses on him. Floater, good with contact. Nato tried to sell it for the foul call, but still hit it. Jalik Dunkley. Nance defends. Bounce pass, Milicevic for three. No good on the smallest guy on the court, Lionel Rubico. Gets the rebound. Nato doesn't like his matchup. Now Dent turns the corner. And a jump ball is called. And it stays with Asia Pacific. Team Canada calls time out. Both teams still have 2 remaining with 2:51 to play here in the fourth quarter. Asia Pacific looking to add a bucket to its 2-point lead when we return. Remi Tissington for Team Canada on the bench after picking up his 5th personal foul with 5:08 to go in the game. His 22 points also on the bench and his 6 3-pointers. Dante Nance, the leading scorer for Team Asia Pacific, gets the assist out of the timeout to Joshua Dent. 4-point lead for Team Asia Pacific. The team made up of players from 8 different countries, playing their first full game together after just 2 practices. They have Canada on the ropes. 5 on the shot clock. Vernon hoists it up and earns a foul call. Nato can't believe it as he laughs it off. Just his first personal, but now both teams in the bonus for the final 2:16. Canada now 8 for 11 from the free throw line. Meanwhile, the boys of Asia Pacific, they've struggled at the free throw line today. They are 8 of 19. Free throws matter. Canada peels back the pressure after a quick facade. Nato after the pump fake, step back 3. No good, and the rebound ends up in the hands of Dunkley. Pushing the pace, going up to the basket, finishes, counted and one! That's a man's move right there. Jalek Dunkley, meet me at the rim. There is that freak athleticism his coach Nathan Teague was talking about as he converts the three-point play and Canada takes the 1-point lead. Nance gets the staggered screen. Now in the hands of Rubico. Spins on McQuaig, now out to Dent. Drives, kick out three for Rubico, buries it! Less than a minute 30, both teams still with 2 timeouts. Dunkley down the lane, off glass, too strong. It was halfway down and still came out. Up by 2. Canada starting to swarm. Quick 3 again, same spot, different result. Dent the offensive rebounds. Nance pulls up, too strong. Dent, nearly another offensive rebound, and it's Canada basketball. What a sequence out of these 2 teams. Dunkley with the and one, and the go-ahead three-pointer by Lionel Rubico. 45 seconds left. Vernon holds, 10 on the shot clock, 1-on-1 with Dent. Now to Dunkley for the lead, yes sir! The ball movement and just a little bit of separation. Jalek Dunkley, remember the name, 18-9. And he puts Canada up by 1 once again. Asia Pacific called timeouts. They have 1 remaining, Canada still with 2. There's only a 2.2 differential between the shot clock and the game clock, so not a big difference. But Coach Craig Stratford, whose team has given one heck of an effort today, trying to draw up another play to give them a basket to take the lead. Canada has forced a couple of turnovers on the last few possessions. And even if you are Asia Pacific, you have 3 players with at least 12 points. Dante Nance, Joshua Dent, and Lionel Rubico. Canada looking for one last defensive stop, pull in a rebound, and get to the free throw line. Much easier said than done. A game that has gone back and forth like a seesaw. Can it tip toward Asia Pacific? Joshua Dent ready to inbound. Zane Vernon defends as he does jumping jacks. Crowd on its feet. Dent to Nance. Down the lane, puts it up off glass, no good. Dunkley the rebounds. Losing his footing. Still has to get it across midcourt. Canada has 2 timeouts. Vernon, shot clock turned off. Dunkley with a double-double, dribbles, 10 seconds, and finally a foul. 9.9 seconds, Zane Vernon holds on to it, much to the frustration of Coach Teague, playing it safe instead of a potential turnover. A lot of time went off the clock right there. So Zane Vernon hits the first free throw, and now at the scores table, we're getting a change of the foul called on the floor. Joshua Dent now has 5 personal fouls after it was originally called on Aishan Nato. So Joshua Dent, who's been one of the best players out there all night, now has to take a seat on the bench. He's replaced by Brian Leonard. Free throw still counts, so it's a 2-point game. Ice in his veins at the line. Zane Vernon in the fourth quarter, 4 for 4, and Team Canada as a unit today, stepping up at the charity stripe when it has mattered most. They are now 12 of 16. Coach Stratford calls his final timeout to move the ball into the front court. His team needs 3. But what a comeback by Team Canada, falling behind by as many as 7 here in the fourth quarter. Remi Tissington, the player that kept his team in the game throughout much of the first half. He had to take a seat 5 minutes ago with 22 points. And a cast of players have stepped up for the Canada boys roster. Asia Pacific needs a 3. Tonight, they are shooting 3 of 17 from deep. No timeout, so you have to wonder if they're going to look at a quick look and then trying to foul. Anyway, for Team Canada, 2 timeouts and 1 stop away from moving to 2-0 today in pool play. Dante Nance to inbound. Dunkley defends. No fouls to give for Canada. Inbounded to Nato, fakes the handoff. 6 seconds left. Rubico has to do something. 3 seconds left. 2 tries to go up. It's blocked at the buzzer. It's blocked again, and Team Canada hangs on. A couple of great efforts from these 2 clubs, and you can see the look on the faces of the Asian Pacific players. The disappointment of losing at the buzzer. And this is a team that came together just days ago. What a ball game, what a tournament. But you have to appreciate the emotion out of these players that clearly, even though they met these guys some 96 hours ago, still care this much and still have another chance when knockout round comes along to make amends for this 3-point loss. Still 1 more game here before we sign off tonight. Although what an act this has to follow. Canada hangs on 64-61. We'll be back in 5 minutes for the conclusion of our nightcap. Latin America and India coming up next here on day 1 of the Junior NBA Global Championship.